Well, hi Luke, nice to see you again.
Yeah.
First time we've spoken since obviously the new manager has, or Darren left and Charlie's taken over. Not very often that on the back of 3 wins a manager sort of leaves. How important have you guys, the more experienced players, been in sort of taking the younger players through this sort of change that was quite a shock?
Yeah, very. It's for me, from my point of view, I've been in the situation before where managers have been sacked and other clubs and things like that. So I've sort of been through it before. I know obviously Darren wasn't sacked or any sort of left on his own accord, which you can't say you can blame him in the situation, but. Yeah, it was just basically saying to him, be positive, keep doing what we're doing. We've worked tirelessly hard this year as a group. Obviously we've got a young group this year, and it was all about improving those players and playing them week in, week out to see the benefits. So, and I think Saturday we felt we should have won, and I think that just shows how far we've sort of come from our recent little run we've been on.
It did feel like you just carried on where Darren sort of left off, same sort of style of play, and you touched on it there. The situation off the field. There's been a lot of talk about it. The fans have made their voice clear, but they were so behind you in that game, weren't they?
No, yeah, 100%. There's a brilliant turnout, and they never stopped singing for us and cheering us on. So no, it was absolutely brilliant. Like I said, people might say we've got nothing to play for, but we have. We've got pride, and we want to win as many games as we can till now in the end of the season and see where that puts us. I think we've got 8 games left and a cup final as well. So yeah, we'll be trying to win as many as we can and see where that puts us in the league.
And when you get a reception like that from your supporters, does that help you as a group sort of block out that outside noise?
Yeah, 100%. But I think as a player, the outside noise shouldn't get to you anyway. We're employed by Yeovil Town Football Club to win football matches, and as long as you're contracted as a player, you should be doing that anyway. So, like I said, we'll be heads down and wanting to win every weekend.
And Tuesday, of course, as you said, in the Somerset Premier Cup, a good opportunity to get some minutes for the guys who haven't been playing as much, but also for the young players. Were you impressed with them?
Yeah, I thought they were absolutely brilliant, the young lads. I told them after the game as well, and young Corey came on and scored a goal as well. So no, absolutely delighted for those young lads who and played, and obviously the lads who haven't had as many minutes as they would like were absolutely brilliant, and they've done it properly. Because those sort of games you can just sort of like ease off on it a little bit, but they didn't, and I think that shows in the result and the way they performed.
And having players like yourself around, it just goes to show that the club's taking it seriously, and it's a competition that they're going to enjoy playing in.
Yeah, I said before the game to the lads, we want to win this. We want to. It doesn't matter what competition it is. People might say, "Oh, it's only the Somerset Cup," but it's not. It's a chance to win a bit of silverware for the football club, and as a player. So. We're in the final now against Bath, and hopefully we can lift the trophy.
Absolutely. And touching on sort of Barnet, seem to have turned a corner in terms of scoring more than one goal in a game. Feels like you're getting closer.
Yeah.
We thought you might have had a penalty shout as well. It's surely coming, is it not?
I've been saying it for weeks now. I should have scored. 100% I should have scored, and then Ruben's turned around to me and said, if you left it, he's just going to head it in. So I'm trying my best. I think I got took out twice in a row as well in the second half, and nearly had my neck snapped in half. But apart from that, no, I'm like I said, I'm trying my best to get on the end of things, and hopefully one of them will fly in soon.
Is it improving the confidence though of the whole team that you've got on a bit of a run now, scoring twice in games?
Yeah, definitely. I think sometimes that's all it takes. Is I think it became a thing, didn't it, with everyone in the club, outside the club, of we can't score more than one goal. We can't, if we go 2-0 down, we're in a or 1-0 down, we could struggle to get back in the game. But we got over that duct, and I think the last few games we scored 2 goals in pretty much every game, I think. So disappointed not to keep them out at the other end Saturday, but on the goal scoring front, it's picked up of late, and long may it continue.
And on a personal point of view, is there an update on your fitness? I know you missed the Dover game, then you came on against Bromley, and then of course played against Barnet. How are you feeling? You've been able to manage that sort of niggly injury you seem to have.
Yeah, it was just a fascia tear in my calf, picked up against Dagenham. And obviously we thought I was okay. I felt fine to play against I think it was Grimsby, and then it sort of flared up again. So it was only a little one, so 7 to 10 days, and obviously they've built me back into the match day squad and playing games. So now I feel good on top of things, and I think it just shows to how hard I've actually worked in the gym, off the pitch, keeping my legs strong and everything like that. Because I think if I had gone down maybe a year ago with that sort of injury, it could have been another 6 to 7 weeks, which I absolutely hate.
You must be so pleased with that, because every time you sort of limp off, everyone gets really worried, because you're such an integral point of the team. You know, your win ratio is excellent. You must be really pleased that even if you are going to go off in that game, you're coming back stronger each time. Yeah,
definitely. I think when I'm out there, I just try and lead by example, by performance and things like that as well. And if I can ever help anyone out there on the pitch, especially for Yeovil Town Football Club, then I'll keep doing that. It's not about me. It's not about any individual. It's about us as a group and a club. And if we can keep performing till now and to the end of the season, like I said, it doesn't matter if we've got this to play for, nothing to play for. We'll keep trying our best.
And a word on Kings Lynn, they certainly got something to play for. An excellent result on Tuesday night against Bromley, obviously flying high themselves. And it's not going to be an easy game, is it? No,
definitely not. I don't think we've beat them since they've been in the National League. So it's definitely going to be a tough game. And like I said, they're fighting for their lives. They're down near the bottom, but I think they're on a pretty decent run of late. Picking up results, so we're going to have to be fully ready to go there and battle and pick up the points if we want to bring them home.
And of course, they beat Yeovil in the first game of the season at home. Had that red card from Worthington, which I think had a real impact on the game. But you're going to want to show how you've improved since then, aren't you?
Definitely, and we definitely have improved as well as a group. Like I said, it was still early days with a young group back then. Obviously, first game of the season. Sending off didn't help, but on a pretty hot day as well. So, but no, we'll want to go there. We'll want to go there and show everyone how much we've improved. And you know, we've got a young, exciting group as well. So let's see what we can do.
And just lastly, from me, a word on Charlie Lee. Seems to be really growing into the managerial role. You all seem to be behind him. What's it like having your former teammate as now your interim manager?
Yeah, it's a strange one, because me and Chaz we still are quite close. So, but no, I'm delighted for him. He's taken to it really well, and we are literally fully behind him. And you know, we just want him to do well. So, and we're the ones who can get the results for him. So we'll try our best.
Well, good luck on Saturday. Nice to speak to you.
Thank you very much.
Luke, first of all, Fiddler on the Roof. Right, having got that, Max Hunt sounds as though he's getting very, very close now to getting back in the team, or at least getting back in the selection anyway, if nothing else. You must be pleased to have your sort of fairly regular centre-half, central defender back next to you.
Yeah, definitely. I was actually I think I was coming back from injury myself, and the day you got injured. So, and it looked like a bad one at the time. So I'm absolutely delighted for him to nearly be back out on the pitch, because we all thought it could have been that could have been his season done. So no, it's delighted, and it's another option as well with Hunty coming back in, another solid defender. So obviously we've got Ben Barkley as well. So yeah, Charlie's going to have some choices to make, I think.
When you build up a really good partnership with somebody, and then he goes out injured, Is it difficult to get back to where you were when he does come back?
Not really, because I think you've got an understanding. You've got an understanding of each other's game, and things don't really change on that front. You know how each other work, and we've played plenty of games together to know how each other play. So no, I don't think it will change anything.
And it sounded as though there was a few dodgy decisions on fouls, etc. on Saturday. As a player, do you find that you get really frustrated when these situations develop?
I think you get frustrated because you want to win. You want to win so bad as a team, as a person. We're all winners, and we want to win games. And when you feel like something's gone against you, you do get frustrated. But you've got to use that frustration in the right manner to go out there and pick up the points.
And do you feel that the team now it's got over that awful run of games where we couldn't seem to get a win, but now it's much more stable and it seems to be going well. I mean, do you feel that way yourself?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's hard to put your finger on what was going wrong in that spell, because I don't think much has changed. Yeah, maybe we're scoring a few more goals now, but I don't think performances or lack of effort was the reason for that. Maybe some games we were below par, but on the whole, over that run of the games where we couldn't get a win or whatever, it was a frustrating time, because you sometimes you just can't put your finger on why you're not getting these results.
Yeah, absolutely. But as it's been already said, Kings Lynn are not going to be easy, are they, on Saturday? So you're going to have to be on your guard, as it were, and up to scratch on Saturday.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be a really tough game, especially travelling away as well. So we're going to have to be fully on our game to bring anything away from the game, because like I said, they're fighting for their lives, and they'll want the win just as much as we do.
Just make sure you get back on the bus quickly, and then Fiddler on the roof, all right, mate?
Top man, Adi. Thank you.
Best of luck on Saturday, and make sure you bring back the points, all right, mate?
Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
Hey, Luke, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you.
Good.
How much of the likes of yourself and Ruben and Josh Staunton had to step up to kind of help Charlie and help him alongside? It's a fresh start for him as much as anything else. Yeah,
definitely. And he's openly come to us and asked and said, I'm going to lean on you guys for your help. And we could see that last weekend with Josh Staunton was helping during the game, in the warm-up and everything like that. And we're happy to do that. Obviously, Charlie is obviously the interim manager at the moment, and we fully respect that. So his decision goes. But if he ever needs our help or anything like that, we're always there to back him up and help along the way.
And again, Alex Bradley was made captain on Tuesday as the captain himself. To give him some advice, kind of guide him through the game at all?
No, just I don't think it really changes much, because you've got an armband on. You're either a leader, and it's just going out there and performing to the best of your ability in every single game you can. So, and I think Alex played really well the other night. He got 90 minutes under his belt as well. So, you can't really fault him. I think he led by example with his performance.
Obviously, we're nearing the end of the season. How much do you think this squad has grown? Obviously, a lot of them, it's their first seasons, and you've had a lot of ups and downs. You lost Joe Quigley, you lost Terry, and you lost Darren. They seem to have got quite resilient, if nothing else, over this season. Yeah, definitely.
And resilience is a massive thing in football. You're always going to have ups and downs in no matter what season you have, whether it be a promotion one or a relegation battle or just a mid-table season. So yeah, all these things will be learning curves for him. But the likes of Charlie Wakefield, he's had a full season under his belt now. Has done really well. I think Tom Knowles is probably his first full season. Did he? Or was it? Yeah. So so people like that. They've been absolutely brilliant, and you can see the improvements they made. And Tom Knowles is in absolutely form of his life at the minute, so and fair play to him.
Let's hope it continues. Best of luck for the weekend.
Thank you.
Hey, you right?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. You?
Was it always obvious that Charlie, when you were playing alongside him, would end up coaching and managing one day?
I think so. Yeah, I think he had that. Grit. The amount of arguments we used to have on the pitch was frightening. So, no, yeah, you could tell he was sort of going to go down that route. And some of the sessions he puts on are absolutely brilliant. So, he's worked hard since he stopped playing and been out coaching and things, and he's doing really well.
Do you fancy following that footsteps as well?
Yeah, maybe one day. It's definitely an interest of mine. I've obviously got a few of my coaching badges already. I've got up to my UEFA B so far, so let's see what the future brings, really. I'm hoping I can play for a few more years yet.
I was going to ask about your goals as well, because I was looking at the stats. This is your first season since 2013-14 where you are yet to find a league goal. You've said already to Sheridan that you've gone close a few times. You're desperate to get a couple between now and the end of the season. Are those the little bits of motivation that actually can keep everybody going, to get little individual targets as things go on through the final few games?
Thanks for that stat. No, yeah, definitely. It's been really frustrating, because I think there's like the chance. Sheridan brought up the chance Saturday. I really should have scored that one, and I was really disappointed at the time. But there's been other ones during the season. I think Bromley away, I hit the crossbar, and I've come close on other occasions as well. So no, that's definitely a goal for mine to get at least a couple before the end of the season, because yeah, it wouldn't look good if I didn't score, would it?
Just a word on the defensive lads on Tuesday night, actually, because obviously you were there, you were on the bench, you were with the squad. A couple of the youngsters in defence. Ollie Hasty, who's of course made a couple of appearances on the first team bench as well. How good do you think the defenders lined up on that Tuesday night game in a potentially awkward fixture?
Yeah, definitely. I thought they were absolutely brilliant. Especially, I've already mentioned the young lads. I thought they were absolutely superb. Ollie and Jake, they were absolutely brilliant. And then you've got Jordan and Morgs, who were in there as well. And I just want to say Morgan Williams has been absolutely brilliant this season. He's played wherever he's been asked to play, and he's given it everything he's got. And I think he's been absolutely superb, and he led the line really well the other night as well. So fair play to him.
With a little look forward then to Saturday, I was looking through it, and Kings Lynn, they've done pretty well at home recently, but they've conceded loads and loads of late goals. 17 in the final 15 minutes, a divisional high by some distance. Could this be a game that you kind of have to be a little bit patient with and work your way into the game? Because, like we've already discussed, they're not going to go rolling over.
No, they're not. They're not going to roll over. They're like I said, they're fighting for their lives. They want to stay in the division, and it's still on, and they're on a decent run. But yeah, we're going to have to go there and be on our mettle, and the goals might not come early. They might come late. But we need to, if they do come late, we need to stay in the game and make sure they're not getting goals at our end. So yeah, we need to go there and really stamp our authority early in the game, I think, and kick on from there.
Finally, from me, after the game against Barnet, Ruben said he doesn't want to call Charlie Lee gaffer. He says Chaz is a bit too light-hearted. Is there something in between? Have you settled on yet?
No, not yet. It's I remember calling him gaffer. He rang me just after and just said what was happening and things like that, and I called him gaffer, and he said nah, not for me. So just stick with Charlie, I think, for now.